speaks to the character of this team. I mean, no matter what happened out there, we still gonna be together. We gonna stick together. We gonna be a family. Nick and Coach Peterson just told me like, I mean, they go to battle with me any day. They love me. They appreciate me. I mean, it's a team sport, but they were just saying that we wouldn't be going as far. I mean, it's a team sport. Everyone is held accountable for the plays they make on the field. But they said we want to win the Super Bowl, stuff like that, or just being here, just being out there.
Alshon, what did it mean to hear all the support from the fans after last night's game?
It means a lot, but at the same time, like I still believe it's on me. I'll take that one. But we'll bounce back next year for sure.
Talk about what it's like to be the kind of competitor that you are, to make so many plays that you did, but you can't get your head past that last play. I mean, that's got to be tough for you.
Man, it'll be with me for a couple of days, but once I'm out of here, it'll be over. I'll be focusing ready for next season for sure.
What is it about this team, just this group, you just mentioned it, in terms of guys picking you up and you guys playing hurt and just kind of all coming together for one cause? And how special is that from what you've seen around this league?
I mean, we're a family. It's always fun. I mean, different places, each guy can say that they've been somewhere else is different. Like, you know the difference just being in this locker room and the brotherhood it is.
Obviously, the last play essentially must be weighing on your mind. But when you see Doug Peterson and Nick Foles and everyone come over and support you in that moment, what does that say about this team, not just being a team, but a brotherhood?
It's like this all season. Even going back to last season, just we always say when someone get hurt or going through something, we're still going to pick them up. We're going to be together no matter what.
Is there a moment from the season, which is you guys have faced so much adversity, that stands out about and kind of shows the resiliency of this team this year for you?
I think when we was 4 and 6, everyone counted us out. We weren't supposed to be. We wasn't supposed to make it in the playoffs. So it speaks to everyone in this locker room, everyone in this organization, and the fans, and everyone who's behind us.
Was it more painful playing with the ribs than it was last year with the shoulder in the postseason? How could you compare that?
Definitely the ribs. I would say the shoulder was pretty easy, but the ribs was more painful.
When did the ribs happen?
It happened in the Chicago game, like the last drive when I caught the pass over the middle.
How much does that affect you? For those, I mean, that have maybe not dealt with the fracture issue, how much is that affecting you in this last game?
I'm a competitor. I just love to compete. Whatever happens, happens. I go out on the field for my teammates. So it is what it is.
Have you noticed the support and the love that you've gotten from the fan base via social media?
I mean, I ain't really been on social media too much, but I'll check on it. I'm pretty sure I get a lot of tweets or some Instagram messages, stuff like that. But it is what it is. I mean, I appreciate the love and support. I mean, this is what it's all about. I hated that it ended that way, but we'll be back next year for sure.
Hey, Alshon, you didn't have a normal offseason last year, obviously, because of surgery. How can having a healthy offseason kind of help your game, affect your game next year?
It's going to be fun this season. I promise you that it's going to be fun. This offseason is going to be fun, but this upcoming season is going to be fun too.
And the fact that you missed the first 2 games this year, or the first few games this year, you think a full season will kind of showcase who you are fully?
I don't think that'll showcase who I am. I mean, just me coming in healthy and having a full off season, I do my job and whatever, and I take whatever happens.
You know, I think everybody saw we were a much different team, you know, this time around. And then, you know, personally, yeah, I mean, I tore my Achilles. Life goes on. I don't feel, you know, pity for myself. I don't feel down. Surprisingly, I think this is actually what I needed. It reignited a fire for me that I, you know, haven't touched in a while, and I look forward to it. The recovery, you know, is 6 to 8 months. So I mean, doing the math, you know, hopefully sometime in, you know, June and July, I start, you know, getting back right and, you know, get out there with the guys. That's gonna be the toughest thing, and you know, it's kind of bittersweet. You know, kind of felt even worse. You know, say we advance and, you know, because of injury, not being out there with the guys, but I'll be good.
Could you elaborate on not having the fire or having the fire reignited? What exactly that means?
You know, for me, you know, every time I've ever gotten injured, it's kind of weird to say, but you know, God wanted me to see something, and for me, I know exactly what he wanted me to see, and that's why, you know, I'm very upbeat. You my spirits are lifted. And like I, kind of tweeted out, God got me, I'll be fine. So that's kind of what I mean. I mean, I'll be attacking rehab like a game. I look forward to, getting back to myself as soon as possible. And I will do whatever that takes.
It's an unexpected take on it to hear that from you, but it really sounds like you are that motivated to get back and, really show what you can do.
1,000%. Guys go through tough injuries, and, if Big P can, tear the same Achilles twice and, come back, I think that was like 6-7 years ago that he did that. I have nothing to cry about, or, a great friend of mine, Derek Newton, tearing both patella tendons at the same time. And, being able to see him across the sideline on the Saints sideline, knowing that he made a team and, he's back playing, I have nothing to cry about.
Was it the type of thing that you knew what went wrong as soon as it went wrong, or was it after being examined?
As soon as it happened, I knew it. It went. I never had a serious injury like that, so I wasn't sure. I thought it was gonna hurt a lot more. That's why I started walking off. I knew it wasn't right, but I didn't know it was like that until I laid on the cart, and my toes on my right foot were a little bit further back than my left foot. So,
what did it mean to you when the whole team came over to you when you were on the cart?
Means a lot. Means that we're family. Means that it's bigger than football. We play a sport where there's a 100% chance of injury, and you never know when your play will come. You never know what injury it'll be. But to have literally every guy come off the sideline and give me well wishes and the texts and tweets and all that means a lot.
Lane Johnson said that it was weighing on his mind the rest of the game.
Yeah, I mean that's my brother out there. Hopefully it didn't affect his game or anything. That's not what I wanted, but it was the same thing when he got hurt. It weighed on my mind for a long time. I mean, that's the guy who, every time I'm out there, I line up next to. Probably my closest friend on the team. So,
Brandon, this is obviously not the way that you want to end the season. But looking back on this year as a whole, all the adversity that this team has overcome, is there a moment that you reflect on as embodying the resiliency of this Eagles team?
Yeah, when we were 4-6 and got blown up by the Saints, and everybody thought we were done, but nobody in this locker room thought we were done. We just needed to get back to what we had been doing and what we do well. We got back to that formula, and it was a completely different team from there.
Today's obviously a hard day because when you look around in the locker room, a lot of these guys will not be here for next year. What are those emotions like, and how do you try to even take that plane ride back last night as the last kind of time together?
I think you understand that, first and foremost, this is a business. So, turnover rate is crazy high, and the friendships that you make each year, because a person goes to another team, doesn't have to change. You can still keep in contact with that person, and you do have downtime now where you can go out and visit. Say if a person goes to another team or something. So.
Have you checked the Twitter mentions? You feeling the love from the fans today a little bit?
Yeah, no, it's been great. The fans are awesome. Like I said before, I love being here. So.
Brandon, having Derek and JP to kind of lean on during this recovery process, does that give you a more positive outlook heading into the offseason?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, JP can, tear one of his Achilles. Well, he tore both of them, but tore one of them twice. And, they said, he'd be done then. And, 6 years later, here he is. And obviously Derek Newton, same time. Probably thought his career was over too. But both those guys are back. So that's why I say, I have nothing to cry about. That's why I look forward to attacking rehab.
I'm sorry. So you said 6 to 8 months. Is that would put you around training camp week 1? Is that kind of the time frame you're operating with right now?
Yeah. Trying to stay positive. And really after the non-weight bearing period and kind of the boot phase, which is 6-7 weeks, I can start really getting after it from there. So I look forward to that time.
And someone of your size, is that timetable consistent with the bigger guy too?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's kind of why I said it. Yeah.
How did you follow the game after the injury?
You said last year that you like to sort of wait till the season's over and then take some time to sit back and reflect on what the season was like. What will you think about this season?
The ups and downs. The kind of like how I mentioned a second ago, the Saints, and then how we responded from there, and the different team, and all the different adversity we went through this year and how we responded.
After the injury, were you able to follow the game?
Yeah, I was in the locker room. foot propped up, just watching it.
What were some of your emotions while you were watching the way everything unfolded?
I was just hoping for a win, man. That the guys would, pull it out. And obviously wish I'd be out there, but, an unfortunate situation.
But, when you consider all the setbacks, all the problems that occurred, and the fact that you guys could get that far, it's amazing.
It is. Like I say, I always credit Coach because he's the head of this thing, and we only going to play as hard as, he demands of us. And so I think with people not having the mindset of, I don't care who's in there, we got a job to do. We get paid to do it, and let's go have fun doing it. And he had the right leaders on his team, for the situations that we've been through. People could have easily folded, but they didn't. And I'm just more proud of that, man, because man, people didn't give us a chance, but like we always talk about, it's everybody in this room that matters. Everybody else just talking and speculating. They don't really know what we put into it. So, let's make sure we put it all in, pull it all in, and we see what happens. And it got us that far.
And with that said, the average person doesn't realize how hard it is to rally a team with that many setbacks and to come this far. I mean, talk about that a little bit. That's no easy feat.
That's no easy. I mean, when you got a quarterback, that's the head of your team right there, and he goes down. He went down last year, but this year we was trying to get him right. And then so Nick started. Nick. Luckily we had Nick because he's a great player too, and you need a good backup. To be able to do certain things. Especially when situations happen. And then to lose, all the guys like Ajayi, a bunch of guys that was gonna help us, get a win this year. I mean, help us towards winning this year. They wasn't there, so it was one of those moments where we had to go to the young guys and be like, look, this is your opportunity. Yeah, things happen fast, for you, but like we say, it can happen at any given time. And so they made sure they stayed ready because Nick was ready, Cravon, LeBlanc, a bunch of guys, Hester, Fletch went down a couple times. We got a good, backup in Hester that can come in and fill in. Haloti, was a big add too, then Mike. It's so many guys that, got opportunity this year. With DB going down, Mike got more opportunity. Chris Long got more opportunity. We had a bunch of DNs. You had, who else? Josh Sweat, that got hurt this year. So we almost had a three-man rotation, me, Chris Long, and Mike Bennett the whole time. So we had to, that's stuff that people don't see, that we in a lot, so I'm just more proud of how we fought, man, because of all the stuff we battled through. And, to put ourselves in a position to almost win that game, man, against the number one offense, in the league, man, it was a good feeling.
Brandon, there's obviously a lot of questions about your future that are still up in the air, but what can you say about your time here in Philly?
Oh, man, wouldn't change it for the world. Hopefully we can extend it a little more because, I feel like I'm not done yet, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like we're just getting started with what's to come, here. And, man, we were so close. We knew this was the big one. Not saying that the next one wasn't the big one too, but, this was to get over the hump game right here, because we seen the Rams before. Obviously it's hard to beat a team twice, but, it's all good. But with stuff being up in the air, I feel like, that'll take care of itself. And, I'm just going to enjoy the process. 9 years been great. Hopefully 10, 11, however many more, to come. But we'll find out soon.
This team faced so much adversity this year. Is there one moment of the season that really stands out and kind of encompasses the resiliency of this team?
This past moment, people thought it was about to be sweet this last game and get blew out, like we did before. Like I told you, we was injured in the first game. We didn't have a lot of guys, and then on top of that, we didn't run what we normally run on defense. So, I felt like they beat the best us, at yesterday. So, I can live with that.
BG, when you have a chance to reflect upon your time here, how much does it hit home that you are the orchestrator of arguably the greatest defensive play in this franchise's history?
Man,
it's
an honor to be the start of it. Hopefully somebody can beat it out, and get another Super Bowl. So, and hopefully I'm here to see that too, But I think, I'm always cherish that, man. I always remember that because, man, brought the first championship to Philly, in a long time, and to make one of the plays like that. I know it's all of us out there. We all was working hard. The DBs had to make them hiccup one time for me to get there, and it's a team game. So I appreciate my teammates, everybody that was a part of that. And like I say, man, hopefully we can hopefully somebody come and beat it out. You know, get their face on the wall too.
Brandon, 4 years ago we sat here with you and you thought it was probably over here and it was pretty darn close. But anything can happen in free agency, as you know.
Anything.
Have you gotten any assurances from Howie or Doug about what's going to happen?
No, we talk. We gonna talk. You know, before I leave. But you know, I don't know anything. I don't have any hint of what's going on right now, other than you know, I think everybody just kind of down from the loss right now. But I think things gonna ramp up. I'm gonna talk to him probably today, see what the plan is, and then you know we just go from there. But I don't have a hint. I mean, because it hasn't been you know too much of nothing right now.
You probably took less than your market value last time because you were playing in a different scheme and stuff like that. Do you feel like you know now it's time to?
I'm in a good spot.
Time to get paid.
I'm in a good spot. You know, I'm right now. It's just all about what am I willing to you know kind of take less to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what is that number?
You would do a home discount?
I mean, you know, I ain't gonna say nothing. All I'm gonna say is we gonna figure it out. I'm just I mean I love Philly. You know what I'm saying? People know I love Philly, and so you know my first priority is to make sure that we can work something out. Because obviously, you know, I respect you know that they drafted me here. You know, I was his first guy. You know, so you know we got unfinished business. So hopefully we can get it done.
Did the playoff run help your cause here?
I think it did. You know, when people weren't believing us, we always just lead, just making sure that you know we had guys to say, hey, we got something to play for. And we end up getting ourselves in the playoffs. So hopefully, you know, everything that comes with you know me, you know, will add value to you know them want me to say.